we don't have an issue. Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test, test.
Test, 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 test.
Well, welcome Raider Nation. We're back for the second game of a best of three. The Raiders won 2-1 yesterday to take the lead 1-0 in the series. So just quick recap on the the Lloydminster Steelers. The top scorer, Jaden Morton, was 6'2", goals against average and a .94% save percentage. Just a little update from around.
Lost internet.
A little bit of Wi-Fi. All right, we're having some Wi-Fi issues already. Unfortunately, there's only 2 tie-in points in this arena. And once everybody gets in here and starts downloading whatever it is they're downloading on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, we have issues. We'll try to reset as much as we can. We'll get you as much as we can. Just a little update around the league. So the other series that's going on between Edmonton and Red Deer, Edmonton won the first game 2-1, and Red Deer came back with a huge win yesterday, won 2-1. So now that series is tied 1-1. So that's a big win for Red Deer. They've now beat every team in the league once. So that's a great accomplishment for Red Deer, regardless of what happens next weekend. So that game, that third game will be back in Red Deer next weekend, and of course they will now have home ice advantage and last change. So that's a huge one. Today we're still home ice advantage, so the Raiders will get last change, so they can get the matchups that they want. And if there is a third game needed, it'll be back in Lloydminster next Saturday, I believe. No scratches on either team. All teams have all their players playing.
Both teams look fired up and ready to go here, Jason. The warm-up's been, I would say, spirited.
Yeah, actually, both sides look really good. I think this is going to be I fully expect the Steelers to come out blazing and try to get into this one quick. I just, it's kind of do or die for them. If they don't win, their season is over, and they've got some players that can. Molly Mitchell had a great game yesterday, and as well, they have multiple players that are incredibly dangerous when they get the puck in the slot or really anywhere. So yesterday's game, lots of penalties.
Haven't seen the officiating crew yet, but
they're out there now.
There they come.
Same crew, just looks like a different person wearing the stripes today. Wearing the barn bars. Head referee from yesterday is the linesman. It looks like an all-female. Yeah, an all-female referee crew, which is great to see. It's International Women's Day, so that's great to see as well. We got all-female crew officiating the second game.
And some great female hockey here today. So we're looking forward to a great game between the Raiders and the Steelers. Game 2 coming up.
30 seconds left in warm-up here. So we'll do a little bit of O Canada and then get going, and hopefully the Raiders can get on it quick. Like I say, I mentioned it once already. I think the Steelers are going to come out hard, and I think the key for the Raiders is to push them back in the first 5 minutes, and just show them we're ready too, and we're ready to go, and we want to finish this off today. But I fully expect the Steelers bench to be relying heavily on their top, especially Morden. She was dangerous all day yesterday. Multiple times she could have scored, just didn't have the opportunities, or just the Ali Kieran made some saves, but I think anytime that Morden's on the ice, you got to be aware. Sandberg, Scott.
And then you got Spence
Craig.
And Scott on the point, too.
I mean,
you can't forget those two. They've
definitely
got lots through traffic yesterday. Kieran made a few big saves coming out in that first period through traffic that were stellar, that really might have made it through with a lot more traffic. So
definitely not a team you want to take lightly. Well, I got to switch over and do some announcing here shortly. I'll let Peter have the mic for a little bit.
Well, 20 minutes is on the clock. The teams are just getting ready to do their cheers before we get into the game.
That's weird.
Raiders ready to go.
Welcome to the Scott Seaman Arena. Today on International Women's Day, your Rocky Raiders take on the Lloyd Steelers in the second game of a best-of-3 matchup. Please stand if you can. Remove your hats for the playing of O Canada.
Well, we got O Canada over with. The girls are just strapping their helmets up. Coach Burbandy electing to put out the Clouston line. So Clouston, Jordan Matthews, and Claire Hobbs, they're one of the lines that got a goal yesterday. And we got Abby Burbandy and Genesee Williams on D. So as mentioned, I think the number one thing for the Raiders starting off this game is to get it into the opposing end and push back a little bit. The Steelers electing to put out Morden, Sandberg.
Same way they started yesterday. Morgan, Sandberg, Davidson, and
Gilby,
Mann on the
I
points.
think, yeah. So it's right back. So starting the game with two U of A commits.
Scramble draw. Steelers gather up the puck. Can't get it by Williams. Williams tries to dump it in, but got Byer, and that hit someone on the bench, and it's going back down into the Steelers zone.
Well, you can definitely tell both teams really on their toes trying to get this going. Both coaches elect to leave out those lineups. Only 9 seconds in that first sequence, and Morden and Clouston will go back at it. It's just to the left of Molly Mitchell.
Comes back to the point. Borbandy chips it onto the half boards, hits Matthews. Hobbs gathers the puck up, dumps it back in the corner, comes back to the line. Morden dumps it out. That hits someone on the bench, and Morden's got a chance here. Good play by Borbandy. Come back, comes right out in front. Good play by Matthews to get a stick in front of that, and it comes to the line, not out. Shot right back in, blocked by Borbandy, and Borbandy's going to try and chip it up and out of the zone. Can't get it out. Oakes gathers it up here for the Steelers. She goes to center, gets it in for Pollard, but offside was Craig, and we'll have a face-off in the neutralized zone. Well, 9:13 to go.
The Raiders doing exactly how they started out yesterday. These light, pretty passes. Like I said, I can't just anytime Morden's on the ice, you got to be careful. And great job by Abby Burbandy to get back and beat Morden to the puck there.
Face-off win there on the second effort from Craig comes in. Shot on goal. Steered aside by Kieran into the corner. Goes up onto the half boards. Raiders on it. Croson battling alongside Scurfield. Scurfield ties up her man. Santos battling against Craig. Comes right out in front. Tried to stuff it there was Wallen. Couldn't do it. Comes right out in front again. Good stick there by Scurfield, and she's taking a penalty. Dumped Pollard out in front, and the Raiders are going to go on the penalty kill with 18:45. Similar start to the game yesterday where we got in a little bit of penalty trouble early, and now the Raiders' penalty kill goes to work.
4
minutes for a slew foot. Wow. I didn't think it was a slew foot. That was a cross check in my mind, but Raiders now, 4 minutes they got to kill off here. Out comes Benko and Borbandy. Elliott and Trotter. Just waiting for the time to go up on the board here, and then we'll get settled in. It's 4 minutes.
This is dangerous for the Raiders. I mean, basically the Steelers have had a little bit of the jump so far, and then to take a penalty that we don't need for 4 minutes, this is prime opportunity for the Steelers to get ahead in this game already. It's just the Raiders have got to be a little bit more smart on that. These referees will call, as the Steelers found out yesterday, they'll call anything. And
Borbandy tries to get that puck free. Morden gets it back to the point, though. Scott dumps it back in. Elliott's there. She's battling against Morden.
Scurfield for a slew footing.
Raiders battle hard, but Morden comes away with the puck. She puts it back to the point for Spence. Spence being bothered there by Benko. Shot through traffic. Kieran with the save. Rebound. Chipped up over top by Darius, and it comes back to line for Spence. Spence to Morden. Morden comes to the middle. Can't go through Trotter. Trotter pinches her into the corner, and the Raiders get it down the ice. 3:28 to go on the penalty. 18:11 to go here in the first period of play. Scott. Long stretch pass, hits Craig. Craig tries to get in the zone. Can't get it by Borbandy, and Borbandy sends it 180 feet. Pettem Shand out there alongside Ingram. Pettem Shand in on the forecheck. She gets picked at center ice. No call, but Pollard doing a good job picking her. Williams battling hard in the corner. Takes her man down. Then she gets dumped. Man comes in from the point. Kieran, good paddle, puts that puck back behind the net and rimmed all the way out and into the center ice zone. 2:51 to go now in Scurfield's 4-minute penalty. Steelers, Davidson in her own zone, throws a pass up, hits Craig at center ice. She has to wheel, though. Kaylee tried to force her wide, and Craig sets up in her own zone. Klusen out there alongside Kaylee at the top. That's going to come outside the zone. Poked back, and Klusen now in on the check. Pollard comes up, dumps it in, can't get it by Trotter, and Trotter sends it about 150 feet that time. Raiders doing a good job of clogging up lanes on the zone entries. And Matthews that time dumps it down. 2:10 to go now. First penalty almost over on the second one, and Matthews doing a great job. Steals that puck, has McKibben right out in front. Couldn't get a pass to her, and the Steelers set back up. Long stretch pass hits Abby Borbandy, and a great back check by Matthews prevents anything further.
Out comes Craig's line with Sandberg. We got Welby and
Welby
Hobbs.
wins that cleanly there. It's in the corner. Craig has it on the half boards. Comes back to line for Davidson. Davidson can't get a shot. Claire Hobbs now with a little bit of a one-on-one chance. Pokes that puck free, and she's going to go in. Scored a backhander right out in front. Davidson tied up Welby, and the Raiders are going to have to hustle back as Pollard goes forward. Great play there, and that's going to be offside. But Williams, too many men. Wow.
No, they didn't touch it. They didn't touch it.
Close to being too many men there, but 1:11 to go here, and Elliott gathers the puck up. She shoots it down the ice, goes into the far corner, and Scott gathers up that puck. Long stretch pass, tried to hit Duriez. Duriez couldn't get it, and that should have been icing. Comes to the side of the net. That's going to be a penalty coming in as Duriez was late on that one. Duriez is going to get a penalty as she came in and poked really late on the goaltender, and that's going to even it up for the last 52 minutes, taking a slash on the goaltender. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 52 seconds as Duriez goes for 2 minutes for slashing. So, 0 for 1 go the Steelers on the power play, and the Raiders get their chance. Benko out, takes the draw, wins that one, comes back to the line for Borbandy. She throws
16,
one. That one takes a funny hop, and Mitchell's going to gather that one up.
15:37.
No shots on that power play. Great penalty killing by the Raiders to start. Benko gets that back. Borbandy whiffs on it. It's in the skates, though. And back out skates the Steelers. They hit the center ice. Wallen dumps it in. Kieran's going to set that one back up. Leaves it there for Borbandy. Borbandy has Benko in flight. Benko now with a bunch of speed goes 1-on-2. She has Abby Borbandy with her. Borbandy, it just went in her skates. She falls in the corner. Benko covering back for her, and Kaya Borbandy there, and that goes all the way down the ice, and that could be icing, and it will be. 15:01 to go, 16 seconds left in Skerfield's penalty, and then the Raiders go on an abbreviated power play for about 52 seconds.
Well, it's a big kill for the Raiders. 4-minute penalty to Skerfield, and even though Duriez got a penalty and negated it, that's a big kill for the Raiders to start.
Klusen wins that one. Trotter gets it over to Santos. Santos keeps it in at the line and dumps it down. Matthews keeps that one in, and it's underneath a whole bunch of players. Matthews gets up. Klusen and Matthews battling. Matthews comes away with a loose puck. Klusen battles back, gets it back to the point for Santos. Santos over to Trotter. Trotter looking for a lane, can't find one, over to Santos. Raiders now on the power play. And the Raiders are going to take a penalty. Looks like a hooking call. 16 black for a hook.
Matthews
this ref is calling absolutely everything. That didn't look like much, but. So we're going to play 4-on-4 now for 58 seconds, followed by another power play. So the Raiders go 0 for 1 on their 10-second power play. The parade to the penalty box, much like yesterday, has started. Now comes Ingram alongside McKibben playing 4-on-4.
Raiders penalty to number 16.
Morden
Jordan
tried a
Matthews,
shot.
2
McKibben
minutes for
now
hooking. Time of the penalty,
gets it free. She's
14:35.
1-on-1 versus
Matthews
Davidson.
for
McKibben
hooking.
comes in. Gets a shot away and right into the goaltender. She holds on, and we'll get a whistle. First shot of the game for the Raiders. First official shot. I think they've had 2. And McKibben goes in to take this draw. McKibben scrambled that draw, but it goes back, and Mann has it. She chips it up and hits Morden. Morden comes to center ice, enters the zone versus Borbandy. Shot, Kieran with the glove save.
Great save by Kieran. That's where Borden is dangerous. She's typically comes in on the blue line, makes a move, and takes a shot. And Kieran must have seen it because she had all of it. But that tells you exactly why Jaden Borden is so dangerous. She will. She's a shooter. She's a big, strong girl, and she's going to come inside of that blue line, make a move, and fire a shot. And she's got a heavy shot.
Seeing an awful lot of Morden and Craig out here. Well, he dumped Craig there nicely. Trotter circles, gets it back to Elliott. Elliott goes around the other direction and has Trotter. Trotter with some room. Chips it up, hits Welby. Welby has Pettem Shan. Pettem Shan just had it over his stick, and Scott goes back against Pettem Shan. Pettem Shan takes a big hit. That was a call yesterday. Elliott puts it back behind the net. Pettem Shan goes to gather it up. Can't make it there, but Trotter gathers it up, shoots it back in. She gathers it up in the corner. Tries to get it out front, takes a little bit of a bump. Into the far corner, and the Raiders battling hard in the corner, shoot it back the other direction.
The Raiders
and
now
the
on
Raiders
a
are on the
penalty
penalty kill. Pettem Shan disrupts the play in the middle of the ice, and it comes all the way down, and Scurfield's going to gather that puck up, and she's going to shoot it 180 feet. Puts it right back down the pipe. Davidson being bothered there by Wiltshire. First time I've seen Wiltshire on the ice. Lots of interesting stuff happening because of the penalties, so the lines have been all screwed up. Borbandy takes that puck away in the middle of the ice and finds a lane and gets it down the ice. 13:02 to go, 25 seconds to go here in the penalty to Matthews. And Borbandy not getting a penalty on that one. That one could have been, but she back checks nicely, takes the puck away, and Pollard gets it right back. The Raiders keeping it in the corner and doing all the right things here on the penalty kill, keeping the puck away from the middle of the ice. Right back to the point. Spence has it. Penalty over. Shot through traffic, tipped. That goes wide. And Borbandy rims that one around all the way down the ice, and that's going to be icing. So with 12:25 to go, the Raiders killed off yet another penalty. Third penalty of the game they've killed off.
Well, it's a smart play by Abby Borbandy just to, even though it's icing, just get the line change out here, get some fresh legs out. Coaching staff can get the matchups they want.
Steelers get the draw. Shot through traffic. Kieran steers that aside. Back behind the net. Eiley out front looking for a pass. Can't find one. Clouston does a good job to push her man out. Get the puck, but can't get it by the pinching Patterson. Goes back in the corner, and Trotter gathers up that loose puck. Goes D to D. Oh, right out in front. Kieran, Johnny on the spot to make that save. That's a dangerous pass up the middle from Elliott.
Elliott off the skate and went. Good thing that Ali Kieran was paying attention. You definitely can't. Anytime the puck's obviously in your own end, the goalie's got to be on point, and there's an exact reason why. That was a really fortunate break for the Raiders.
Shots 5-1 now in favor of the Steelers. Steelers about 3 feet inside the circle. Back ref called it. Kicked out Welch, and in comes Patterson. Steelers have won a lot of draws here early. The Raiders got to do a better job tying up on these. But they get the puck. Welby gathers it up. She gets at the line but not out. Welch skating back down. Tries to get a shot away. Can't do so. Scurfield comes away with a loose puck. She's skating up. Makes a nice move. She's got some speed going through center ice. Going wide. Circles. Throws it out in front. Can't get there, and Molly Mitchell finds the loose puck. And with 11:33 to go, the Raiders have a offensive zone start.
Well, that's exactly what I want to see more of the Raiders. Essentially, Scurfield comes around the back of the net. We haven't had much luck. The defensemen are doing a pretty good job on the Steelers containing the wall. So Scurfield finds the lane and goes for a skate and really almost has a scoring opportunity. She had the speed to go around that defenseman and decided not to.
Quick shot by Ingram. Borbandy pinches in, can't keep it in, and it goes all the way down the ice. Williams back behind her net. Surveying the action, puts one on the half boards. Chipped up by Ingram, can't get it by the pinching defenseman. It's in the feet at the half boards. Kick to the line, not out. And finally, the Raiders are going to get it up. Kaylee chips it up and out of the zone and has McKibben. McKibben just had to go beyond her feet, and looks like Craig gets it out into the neutralized zone. Borbandy's going to try and skate it into the zone. She was bothered by Pollard. She's going to go 1-on-4, just a shot, but it gets an offensive zone start. Smart play by Borbandy, realizing we were on a change, got a shot on net and made sure that her mates could get in there and help her out.
I really like the defense on the Raiders starting to find lanes. It must be a slight coaching change coming in because they were trying to do a bunch of passing earlier.
Banco scrambled that draw. Morden got it back, though, on the second effort. It comes out of the zone, but Borbandy read that well, put it right in the slot. Couldn't get a shot away. Comes back behind the net. Raiders on the forecheck. Steelers try and get it up. Long stretch pass hits Gilby. Gilby being bothered there by Pedamshan. Sandbury enters the zone. Shot comes through. Kieran's going to scoop that up and hold on for a whistle. So, 6 shots to 3 now in favor of the Steelers. Kieran solid in the net so far.
The Raiders have got to get going here. They're a little bit hesitant, it seems like, not playing their game, and it's been mostly Steelers the first 10 minutes.
Elliott gets it back behind the net. Trotter out-muscles her man and puts it up the boards the other way. Hobbs battling there, can't get the puck, but it's pushed all the way behind the net for Trotter. Trotter gathers up that puck, puts a sauce pass up, can't hit Klusen. Klusen battling. Klusen takes a couple of hits there, but trying to get it by Gilby. Morden in there as well, pushing Hobbs. Referee finally blows the whistle. Gilby got an extra shot in at the end. Raiders probably didn't like that one.
Well, as I was mentioning there in the last break, the Raiders have got to get going here. Just not playing the game. It's the Steelers looked just like they wanted a little bit more right now, and that's got to change quick.
Good play by Santos to stop that puck from getting deep. Goes back behind, and Skirfield's got it. She chips it back up to Borbandy, but Borbandy had it slip over her stick. Back behind the net for Santos. She gets it over to Borbandy. Borbandy, being bothered, gets it Pedamshan. Pedamshan puts it by, and Benko now has got some speed. Gets interfered with. No call. Probably a good no call both ways. And the Raiders are on the forecheck. Benko and Borbandy. Benko out in front. Oh, just whistled that one wide.
That's probably the best opportunity the Raiders have had so far.
And now Borbandy gets it right back out to Benko. Shoots it wide again. A couple of great chances for Benko. Puts one across the face of goal. That one gets to the line and finally comes into the center ice zone, and the Raiders are going to come back in. Borbandy comes in. She has some room. Leaves it there. Oh, just left it too far for Croson. And that one's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing.
Well, finally a little pushback for the Raiders. The Benko line, or the Kaya Borbandy line. 2 awesome opportunities. Kaya Borbandy feeding Benko twice, both in the slot and both missed by probably an inch. It's a game of inches, unfortunately.
Benko missed by a fraction of an inch on the first one.
But I think that's going to give the Raiders a little bit of a little boost in the butt.
I saw the snow fly next to the post in the first shot, that's for sure. And the Raiders get the forecheck going. Wiltshire in the corner, gets the puck on the half board, cycles it back for Welby. Welby working hard in there, but the Steelers come away with the puck. Get it back to line, but not out. Williams with a hard shot, gloved by
knuckleball.
Yeah, it was a little knuckleball there, but the goaltender saw it the whole way, grabbed it with their glove, and the Raiders will have another offensive zone start.
Well, it's starting to look a little bit more like the black and green team that we see on a weekly basis. McKibben line comes out.
Last time, McKibben won this draw, and Ingram got a good shot away, and this could be a 2-on-1 to go on the other way. Pollard now coming in. Shot. Kieran with the glove save. Came out, challenged, made a nice stop.
Coach Borbandy electing to roll the line on that one. Just the wingers have got to start tying up. I mean, the centermen will win as best as they can, but the centermen will typically tie up. But the wingers, if they're left to be free, that's exactly how that came out.
Face-off win again for the Steelers in the offensive zone. Comes through, Kieran with a save. Puck's bobbling around. Goes back behind the net, and the Raiders are going to go and gather this loose puck up. Morton gets crushed there by Elliott, and that's going to be a penalty. Hobbs going to go touch up, and the Raiders go back on the penalty kill. It looks like we're going to get a tripping call by the referee on Elliott. Elliott going to sit for 2 minutes.
Tripping?
I would have called it anything but tripping.
2 minutes just the same.
So Morden, Spence, Eiley, and Craig alongside Scott on the point. Pettem Shan come out, take the draw. She gets control of it. She's going to send that one all the way down off the glass and goes all the way back into the Steelers zone. Spence gathers it up. She's being bothered there by Benko. Benko turns her back, and Spence goes back behind her net with a little bit of speed, looks for an outlet pass, can't find one. Finally, Craig gives her an outlet, and that comes back in. And a great stick there by Pettem Shand, and Benko does the rest of the job, gets it right on net. That's a shot on net there, too. Again, the Raiders looking board bandy, tying up Craig in the neutral zone right below us. Mann fishes the puck free and goes back to Scott. Scott hits Craig. Craig's going to enter the zone. She's got time and space, puts it back to the point. Scott, that one's up off the mesh, and board bandy doing a good job against Craig, tying her up.
Well, the Raiders' penalty kill so far tonight, pretty solid, but the Steelers are getting chances. We got to start being a little bit more. The Raiders are going to stay out of the box. I mean, there's no question.
We're 12 and a half minutes into the game, and already Kieran with the save. That one had traffic in front. Pollard was looking for a rebound, but Kieran made the save. Defense cleared it, and a good stick by Hobbs chips that one up and out of play. So 1:04 to go. 12 minutes, and we've already taken 4 penalties, including a 4-minuter.
Yeah, I could say they got to be a little bit more
disciplined.
Disciplined. There's the word I've been looking for the last 4. I need my thesaurus out.
Klusen gets that draw. Hobbs has it in her feet. Klusen
there's
gets
a big
tripped up. No call on that.
Wow. Right in front of the referee.
Right in front of the referee and no call. I don't know how she falls on her own there. Rifled all the way down the ice. 48 seconds to go now on the power play for the Steelers. Spence gathers it up and surveys the action. The captain for the Steelers leaves it there for Duriez. She's speedy, but Hobbs gets a stick on it, but Duriez skates through it. They enter now with some numbers. Scott going to the front of the net. Behind the net is Duriez. Duriez still with the puck. Has it in the corner. Goes back to Scott at the point. And that's blocked by Klusen. Klusen now going for a change as Hobbs did the work and got it 180 feet. 20 seconds to go now in Elliott's penalty. Chipped off the boards for Scott, but Ingram now gathers the puck up. And Morden couldn't get by. Great job by Ingram there to disrupt that play. And again, the Raiders get it to the line, not out. Mann gathers it up, and that's going to do it with 2 seconds to go in the power play. Davidson has it, puts it down to Morden. Morden going to try a sharp-angled shot, and they score. Not quite sure how that one made it in, but a hard shot from the side makes it by Kieran. Kieran's not happy with that one. I don't know what happened there, but...
Well, wide shot from the point. I think what it looked like is it hit Kieran's jersey, and then either it fell down or went in from there. But
I think it actually might have hit someone in front.
Maybe.
Because Kieran made a move off the post. So.
Well, just the same. Stay out of the penalty box, right? We have a defenseman coming out on the ice. There's a little bit of confusion there. 3 defensemen and 2 forwards, and
no one took the most dangerous person on the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Morden. That was really the difference. Raiders try and get in the zone. Elliott did a good job to stay on side. Comes down. Chipped there by Croson. Wiltshire now has it. Puck comes in. Welby's got it. She's going to enter the zone. Welby gets back to the point for Elliott. Elliott tried a shot through. Good quick shot by Welby. Didn't make it through anywhere. And it comes to the point. Shot through. Whistles wide and goes back behind the net. That one's off the moorings.
Well, not only been mostly Steelers in this period, but now they're up by 1, and the shot's 10-4. Raiders have got to make some adjustments to start going. They got to have a little bit more urgency in this game from their top players. Kyber Bandy with a great shot on Mitchell. Basically pushes the puck through the face-off drop and all by herself, and that's a great pushback from the captain.
Looks like Eiley took the loose puck off Allie's jersey and shoved it in between the legs. Good shot by the Raiders. Just didn't get a lot on it. Benko again with a good chance. She's been dangerous all period. I'll look for her to tie this game up.
Kyber Bandy doing a great job in the face-offs. Probably most likely our best face-off centerman so far today for the Raiders.
Again, Banco wanting the puck, gets it. Gets ridden off into the corner. Still fighting for it, comes to the line. Comes into the center ice zone. Williams stopped it up. That one's going to go all the way back down the ice. Borbandy surveys the action, chips it up. Can't get it by the pinching Craig. Team Alberta member Craig gets it back to the point. No one there. No icing. I was going to say if he's calling icing on that. That was a pass back to the point. 4:45 to go. 1-0 Steelers. Good forecheck there by Banco. Clouston tried to get that in front. Hobbs now in on the forecheck. Puck comes into the neutralized zone. Scurfield trying to disrupt the play. Does so. She's kind of lost her man there, and that one goes all the way up into the netting above the net. We're going to have a face-off coming up in the Raiders zone.
Well, 4.5 minutes left in the first period. The Raiders have got to at least do a little bit of pushback here and get a little bit more dominance in this game to take a carryover into the second.
Clouston fought through that play, and here comes Matthews. Matthews getting held up. Wow, that could have been interference. That was a 1-1,000, 2-1,000 hold. Hobbs poking that puck free. Raiders come away with a loose one. Clouston gets it to the side of the net, tries to jam it in, still loose, and Molly Mitchell somehow finds that in amongst the feet.
Good second effort from Clouston off the corner while kept with it, kicking it along, and then actually ended up getting a scoring opportunity. And then I think that's what we need more from the Raiders. Some of our top players need to get going here and start to make this like the Steelers. They want this game because it's a game that's season over if they lose. And the Raiders have got to get in the same mindset because this Steelers team can beat them 2 games in a row.
And on the forechecks, McKibben there alongside Ingram. Ingram gets the puck back to the point. Santos right back to Ingram. Ingram battling hard on the half boards. She gets pushed from behind, and the Steelers come away with a loose puck. Morton skating it up, gets it in deep. Scurfield back to gather it up. She's going to get bothered by Sandberg. Wow, a big slash by Sandberg. That one didn't get called. That was a two-hander. Kaylee battling along the half boards here. Raiders get a hold of the puck, and Scurfield chips it over to her D partner and outskates Santos. Santos with a good outlet pass to McKibben. McKibben's going to hit center ice. She's going to chip it in and go for a change. 3:25 to go here. Oakes dumps it back there, hits Scott. Scott bobbled the puck, and she circles and gathers some speed up. Puts a pass up into the neutralized zone. Doesn't hit anyone, and there's Trotter who chips again. Raiders in on the forecheck. Welby there. Chipped by Elliott. Now there's a chance on a 2-on-1. Elliott doing a good job to put that puck free and into the neutralized zone. That's offside. That's offside. Wow. I don't know how that's not offside. They never cleared.
We took it back out, yeah.
Chipped up and out. And here comes the Raiders. Welby enters the zone 1-on-4. Rest of the Raiders going for a change. Welby holding it along the sideboards nicely. Waiting for her mates to come free. Puck gets poked free. Comes back to Borbandy. And Kai Borbandy with a shot. No rebound. Mitchell with the save.
Wow. Good job by Molly Mitchell. No rebound with Wilshire all over her. But Kai Borbandy, definitely the captain, setting the pace for today for the Raiders. As always, a high-energy player. And she's definitely making a difference out there for the Raiders, trying to get her team going.
Benko scrambled that draw, but Spence gathers up the puck, throws it around the boards. Kai Borbandy there alongside a couple of Raiders, but outskates Man. Man being bothered on a back check by Are you kidding?
Wow.
Wow, that's a terrible call. Calling a slash on the captain.
No, it's on Pedamshan.
Pedamshan?
Yeah, we were looking at the wrong play, I guess.
Apparently. So the Raiders take their 5th penalty.
2:17.
They're perfect on the penalty kill, although that last goal came at the end of the penalty where we were a little scrambled in our thinking, and Clouston comes back out. Comes back to the point. Spence has it in her feet, trying to get some room. Can't find it. Shot blocked. Spence has some time now. Traffic in front. Goes on to the half boards for Morden. Morden looking for some room. Can't find it. Puts a pass across to Spence. Spence has it. Back to Morden. Morden, shot blocked there by Borbandy, and Morden has it back to Spence. Shot through traffic. Kieran finds it and holds on. Dumped in front was Williams.
Well, the Raiders top end of the PK doing well, trying to make sure pucks get to the walls, but Spence did get one through there, and it's a dangerous one, but Ali Kieran, no rebound on that one, or if there was, it was quickly gobbled up.
Ref having words with Eiley after she took another whack at the goalie late. Shot through traffic, blocker save right up in front. Still bouncing around out in front, and a good clear there by the captain, Borbandy. She goes out off the post there, goes back the other direction, and it's sent all the way down the ice by the captain, Borbandy, right on net. Mitchell leaves it there for Spence. Spence being bothered there by Benko. Benko on a great back check. Gives her a couple of whacks and does a great job to get that puck free, and Skurfield gets taken down. No call on that. Wow. Skurfield got can openered. That comes back to the point, and now there's a bit of a race here. Skurfield's going to win it. She's going to come into the zone. Skurfield with a hard shot. Comes right out in front. Hobbs looking for that rebound. Couldn't find it. Hobbs now in on the forecheck.
Great shift by Krista Skurfield.
Raiders with the penalty kill here with 40 seconds to go. 55 seconds, last minute of play in the first period. And the Raiders set up the penalty kills. Outlet pass to Duriez. Duriez hits Oakes. Oakes enters the zone, but it's offside as Duriez was streaking on the far post. Face-off coming up in the neutralized zone. 43.9 seconds to go here in the first period of play. 1-0 Steelers.
Out comes Craig and Morden again. Morden's going to get a ton of ice tonight. The coaching staff definitely relying on her, and I know what I would too. She's the most dangerous player on their team.
Clouston scrambled that draw. Morden couldn't out-battle Trotter, and it comes right below us here, and Scott enters the zone. Welby wins the race to the puck, can't get it outside the zone, and Craig now has it. 31 seconds to go. Craig with a shot. That whistles wide. Kieran was well out. Cut the angle down. Comes back to Scott. Scott goes D to D for Spence. Spence throws one through. Comes right out in front. Can't get cleared. Now a second effort. Gets it out into the neutralized zone by Matthews. Right outside the penalty box was Pettam Shan. She almost picked that one and went the other direction. Trotter. 5 seconds to go. Raiders get it into the zone, and that's going to do it for the first period of play. So just like yesterday, the Raiders take a 1-0 deficit into the locker room. They're going to talk about what they need to do in the second period. Hopefully we have a second period like we did yesterday where we scored 2 goals to take the lead.
Yeah, the Raiders have got to get going. The Steelers are definitely playing with a lot of desperation tonight, and so they should be. But Raiders got to get going, and I'm sure Coach Borbandy is going to make those adjustments. So we will take a break here for a little bit and be back in a few minutes. Shots on goal in that period, 11-9 for the Steelers, and a 1-0 lead. Okay, we're back. Steelers just kind of filing onto the bench. The referee's coming out. The Raiders not out of the room yet. Raiders probably just doing a little bit of extra talking. They got to get going here, get back in this game. Lloyd Steelers up 1-0. We have had some Wi-Fi issues. I've heard it from several people that have been texting me. Unfortunately, in this arena, there's only 2 Wi-Fi hookup spots. And I think 20 are allowed on each one, and every once in a while we get kicked out. So if it does kick out, hold your breath. We'll restart right away, and hopefully we don't miss too much of the game. I don't actually know, like, if it goes out, does it start again? So do they miss any of the game?
They miss game.
They're just missing game.
They miss part of whatever we got. So whenever it kicks out,
yeah,
we just hit restart, and it will start the stream up wherever we are in time.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't miss any goals.
Well, Hobbs and Matthews with Burbandy out to start with Clouston line. Going to start again with Williams on the back. So it's Clouston line has been good the last few games. I don't think they're quite up to the level that they've been playing at. They had started to look a little bit better late in the first, but I don't know if they got the jitters. I mean, both teams have the jitters a little bit. I
think it has a lot to do. We've been in the box for 12 minutes of the first period. So.
Sure. I mean, you knew that was going to come. Yesterday it was a pretty pro, well, I wouldn't say pro, but definitely the Steelers felt the box more than we did.
Scramble draw. Clouston has it in her skates. Matthews pokes it free. Good second effort by Matthews. Dumped into the zone, and in on the forecheck goes the Raiders. Little bobble between the goaltender and the defenseman there. Long stretch pass. Hits Pollard. Pollard scored on a breakaway yesterday. Borbandy not allowing it today. Good job by Borbandy to get that puck to the line. Davidson puts it back behind the net. Pollard right out in front. Kieran with a big save. And a second save, and they score on the third shot. 2 big saves by Kieran, but nobody cleared the front of the net, and the Steelers take a 2-0 lead. Raiders didn't do a good job of tying up sticks. The puck came out of the corner. First shot, great save. Second shot, great save. Third shot in the back of the net. So the Raiders dig themselves a big hole, and out comes Morton. Oakes on the puck.
Steelers' second goal.
Dump back into the zone. Oakes puts a D-to-D pass for Scott. Scott dumps it up to Morton.
Morton at number 20.
Takes a big slash at Scurfield.
Craig from Wallen.
Scurfield's got a fall on some of these. And let's see if the Raiders now can have a little pushback. Into the zone it comes. Comes right out in front. Smart play by Elliott not to play that as she was just hopping off the bench, and Scurfield has the puck. She rims it around. Kept in at the line by Oakes. But it squirts up and over, and Pedham Shandow tried to get the puck away from Gilby. Chipped in, and Pedham Shandow in on the forecheck alongside Benko. Out comes Avakaya Borbandy as well. Comes to the line. Trotter sends it right back in. The Raiders clear the zone and go back in on the forecheck. Oakes looking for an outlet. Hits Scott. Scott goes up and comes into the center ice. Elliott gathers up the puck. She chips it back in the zone, and Scott goes back to gather it up. Benko. That one's going to be an icing call, and that's going to go all the way 200 feet, coming the other direction. 18-17 to go, an early second period goal here.
Well, the Raiders definitely got lucky. Basically that should have been a goal probably earlier than it was. Ali Kieran makes 2 unbelievable saves. Nobody tied up, and Craig's left all alone. And that's not the start the Raiders wanted. Now they're in a big hole.
Raiders win the draw. Kaylee has it on the half boards. She's still got it in her feet. Good job there by McKibben and Kaylee battling on the boards. Comes to the line, kept in there by Trotter. Goes rims around the other side, and the Steelers come up with it. Ingram pushing it away, and that one's sent 180 feet, and that one's going to be icing as well. So the Raiders with another offensive zone start. 18:06 here in the second period. 2-0, they're in a hole.
The Raiders have just got to dig deep here. I mean, their body language is down right now. The Steelers have just taken all the air out of their tires, and they got to just shrug it off.
Back behind the net, Matthews leaves it there for Hobbs. Hobbs pushed off. Puck squirts free behind the net. Matthews pushes that puck free. Hobbs pokes it free as well, and finally it comes to the line. Williams dumps it back in. That's going to be offside as she put it right into Hobbs' feet.
A little bit of pushback from the Raiders, but we need more. We need more at every line. At this point, you got to maybe even take the odd risk here and there, and more shots. Really, just get shots in front of Molly Mitchell and create some chaos.
Wiltshire scrambles, gets that draw back. Chip to Williams. Williams puts it right back into pressure, and now Croson has some room. Croson 2-on-1 with Welby. The shot gets deflected in the corner, and Duriez has some room. Duriez rims that one. That one took a funny hop off the glass, and Bourbandy's going to go back, and that's going to be icing.
Steelers bench
Steelers
not happy
liking
with
the
that
icing.
one.
I thought it actually touched the mesh back here, so it's the same result either way. Anytime the mesh starts moving like that, you know it's touched it.
It's just nice to see maybe enough pressure by the Raiders finally that the Steelers are opting to try to ice puck from time to time.
Raiders on the puck. Welby has it, cycles it back, puts it in the corner. Croson dumped out in front by Scott. Duriez, or Oakes, gets it back to the point. Shot blocked by Craig, and back she skates. Chips it up, goes back the other direction. Wallen throws one towards the net. Santos blocked that and gathers the loose puck up. Chips it up off the boards. Pedam Shan gathers it up. 2-on-2 now with Wiltshire. Pedam Shan leaves it there for Benko. Benko now right back in front for Bourbandy. Bourbandy had her shot blocked. Bourbandy cycles the puck. Benko there. She's going to gather the loose puck. Puts it back to Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan right out in front to Bourbandy. Bourbandy now circling. Has Elliott. Elliott shoots. Tipped in front. Oh! Good try by Pedam Shan on the tip. And the Raiders with some good pressure after that goal by the Steelers.
Kaya Bourbandy, Benko, Pedamshan line has been basically our most dominant line all night long. They've been getting lots of chances. And we got to hope that maybe one's going to fall in here and cut this lead in half.
Shot right into the glove of Mitchell. Good save. But again, a face-off win and a good shot. Pedamshan was driving to the net as well. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, I'd still like to see some of those a little bit lower. Just if it goes up high, they're going to catch it off. It's that's a little better. See the big rebound.
No one driving the net that time. Pedamshan got tied up. Good pinch there by
2-on-1.
2-on-1 coming back the other way with Morden. Morden comes in. You know she's going to shoot and she scores. Great shot right into the short side, right into the top corner of the net. Raiders down 3-0. Kaylee battling at center ice here. The Raiders now in a really big hole, but the good news is there's lots of time left on the clock. Kaylee battling hard with McKibben. Sandberg in there alongside Morden and someone else there. Holds that puck and we'll have a face-off. And it's going to be right in front of the Raiders bench. Fresh set of troops comes out. Back out comes the Cluson line.
Well, this hole is getting really deep, and the Raiders have got to come back here. The next goal has got to be them.
Matthews in on the forecheck, doing a good job to get that puck free. She got taken down. Hobbs now there. Hobbs kicks it free, comes back to the line. Bourbandy has it. Bourbandy.
Oh, there's a
that's
headshot.
A stiff hit. That's going to be a penalty there for sure, and the ref does catch that one. That one's got to be 4 minutes. 2 minutes for head contact. That should have been 4. Wow. If it's the ref from yesterday, that's a 4-minute head contact penalty, but the Raiders now go on a power play. This almost seems to me like a must-score power play for the Raiders. Cluson settles in to take the draw. Goes into the corner. Cluson in on the forecheck alongside Matthews. Hobbs gathers up the loose puck. Hobbs circles against some pressure. She gets dumped. Penalty coming up. Oh, you're kidding. Are you kidding me? Who's taking that penalty? Clouston? Wow, Hobbs got absolutely decked behind the net. No call. And then, I don't know what that call was for.
I didn't see it. It's a stupid penalty regardless.
Clouston goes to the box for cross-checking, and a 12-second power play goes to waste, and we'll play 4-on-4. Lots of room out there for the Raiders. Benko in to take this draw. She's out there alongside Kaya Borbandi. Benko wins that draw, goes off the
Raiders
skate of Skurfield, but now it's a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Borbandi and Benko, 2-on-1. Benko comes in, shot from Borbandi, and that's swallowed up by the goaltender. So a good try. I don't think Borbandi realized she had Benko flying in on the 2-on-1. 15-10 to go now. 4-on-4 for another minute and 38, and then we're going to have a brief 12-second power play for the Steelers. Shot right into the glove of Mitchell. It's the exact one. We just got to get a little bit of a better shot, maybe some traffic in front. If she sees it, she's going to stop it. Benko gathers up the puck. Right back again, hits Santos. Santos throws one towards the net, deflected wide and into the corner. Skurfield goes down. Skurfield still has the puck. Circles against some pressure. Chip back in behind the net. Benko now in on it. Benko couldn't gather up that puck, but it comes to the line, and Benko gathers the loose puck up. She's being bothered there by Davidson, but comes away with a loose puck, and Borbandi does a good job to get that free. Good pinch down by Skurfield, and Borbandi has some room, puts it right over to Benko. Benko! Oh, a great save.
Great save by Mitchell.
Fantastic save by the goaltender. Benko just took it maybe a tiny bit too long to get that shot off her stick.
Kaya Borbandi, Sydney Benko definitely been our most dangerous players tonight. We just need more out of the rest of the group.
Yeah, we need to get a dirty, greasy goal here to get us back in the game.
The next goal's got to be a Raider goal, otherwise, man, I just don't see it happening.
Pedam Shand in to take the draw. Scrambles that one. She gets dumped by Sandberg. Sandberg with a little bit of a cross-check there she got away with. And the Steelers skated out. The captain, Spence, gets it to Scott. Scott with a long stretch pass. Intercepted, and Trotter skates back the other direction. Hits Elliott. Elliott with some room. Rifles it. Rebound right out in front. Still free.
That's off.
The Raiders couldn't put away that one. And that puck comes the wrong way. Kieran's going to come out and leave that one for D. Elliott goes back, gathers that puck up. Being bothered there by Scott. Reverses it. Hits Santos, or hits Trotter. Trotter up. Benko with the puck. Benko had the puck stripped off her by Morden. Morden now with some speed coming in. And a great play there by Benko.
Oh.
Wow.
Didn't really see that being a call.
I didn't see that being a call.
Anytime you knock the stick out of a player's hand, it's going to be a call. So it's interference by the looks of it to Benko.
Wow.
You know what? Good penalty, really. I mean, when you got Morden streaking in with speed, she was past Trotter.
So, little 4-on-3 time, followed by a brief 5-on-3 for the 30th time this season. There'll be a 12-second 5-on-3 in 5 seconds, followed by Clouston coming out of the box. Davidson gets it back. Shot through traffic. That
Raiders
was blocked by
penalty
Borbandi. Great block by Abby Borbandi, and comes back to the line. Abby and Kaya both out there. Shot through traffic. Kieran's going to swallow that one up. And we're going to have a face-off with 13:26 left here in the period. 6 seconds of 5-on-3, then Clouston's going to come outside the box. So a crucial face-off here at Kaya Borbandi to kill the rest of this 5-on-3 off, and then we're going to have about a minute and 43 of 5-on-4. So Morton takes the draw versus Borbandi. Borbandi gets that one free. She's going to put it back behind the net. Abby Borbandi rims it around. It's kept in by Spence. Clouston outside. It's now a 5-on-4. Shot blocked out in front, and Clouston now has it. She chips it up. Kaya Borbandi in on the forecheck. She's going to be battling there versus Spence. She wins the battle.
Borbandi.
Borbandi just wants it more right now, and that one comes out front. Clouston was just playing the smart play to take the other pass away. And if she had just stood where she was, that would have been a golden opportunity. Morden enters the zone. Dumped by Skerfield. Puck behind the net. Comes right out in front. And a great job by Ingram. Shot comes in. That one's blocked. Comes out in front, Kieran. Shot by Mann, rifled just wide. Shot comes in again. Ingram trying to get this one out. 48 seconds to go on Benko's penalty. The Raiders trying to get a loose puck here and get it down the ice. That one hit the referee and was lucky for the Steelers, as the Raiders were going to probably get that and clear it. Finally, Skerfield gets that down the ice, and the Raiders are going to get a change.
Raiders have got to get going here. Just scrambling. Lots of uncommunication. The Steelers are just outplaying them in every section of the ice.
All comes back to the fact we're taking too many penalties, and it hasn't allowed us to settle out our lines. And the Steelers have really capitalized on every opportunity they've had.
Well, with the exception of Kai Burbandi having a fantastic game and Benko looking good, it just, boy, a rough game for the Steelers or for the Raiders so far.
And Kieran's done a great job in net, keeping it at 3-0 as well. Raiders switching things up. We'll have a face-off coming up. Looks like right outside the line of the Steelers with 11:36 to go. Shots, 15-17. That doesn't really tell the tale of the game, though. It's really been a one-sided game, in my opinion. The Steelers have wanted it way more. Croson scrambled that draw, but won it on the second effort, and Elliott skates it in. Elliott puts it in right in the feet of Welby. Wiltshire on the puck, circles against some pressure. Tried to get it back the line, couldn't. She got decked.
Got to go to her.
Steelers get it up, and that's way offside.
Yeah, good call by the linesman.
Yeah,
the Raiders have got to get going here. I just can't stress it enough. It's just the urgency of the Steelers have definitely been overshadowing anything tonight. They just want to win, and you know what? I don't blame it. It's their season is done if they don't win this game, and it looks like they got a pretty good start to extending their season to at least a game.
Scramble draw. Good second effort by Ingram. Gets into the zone, and Oakes is after it. Oakes gathers it up for the Steelers, being bothered by McKibben. McKibben doing a great job to win that puck. Gets it back to the line. Couldn't get it by by Robertson, and the Raiders have it. Williams enters the zone. Williams has some room, puts it over to Ingram, just out of her reach, but it's in the corner, right out in front. Hit a skate in front, and now it goes back into the neutral ice where Borbandi gathers it up. She goes D-to-D for McKibben. McKibben back to Borbandi, and Borbandi going to be a nice sauce pass, hits McKibben in flight. McKibben enters the zone. She has Hobbs with her, right out in front. Hobbs leaves it there. Borbandi, another chance for Hobbs. Shot. Oh, how did that not go in?
Oh, a little quick on the whistle.
Raider got decked in front, and there's going to be a penalty coming up. I think Scott's going to go to the box for 2 for a cross check.
Finally, some Raider, a D-to-D pass, a thread through the middle. Great play by Claire Hobbs. Finally something, and it forces the Steelers to take a penalty.
So the Raiders go on a power play. Hobbs got absolutely cross-checked by Scott there, and the Raiders get an opportunity to get back in this game. Cluse now take the draw. She wins it, but it goes on to the boards where no one was there. Trotter keeps it in. She throws that one back in deep and has Hobbs. Hobbs now sets it up right back to the line for Trotter. Trotter looking for a lane. Shoots through some traffic, can't find it. Comes to the line, and Pollard can't get it out. And the Raiders keep it in. Hobbs has it. Oh, it's poked off her stick. And the Raiders have it in the center ice zone. Chipped up off the boards. Cluson battling hard but can't get it, and Kieran's going to settle that one for Trotter. Trotter back behind her net's going to survey the action. Chips one up and outskates the Raiders. Elliott takes a slash, takes 2 or 3 slashes. Shot, blocker decide by the keeper, goes into the corner. Hobbs is on it. Hobbs is going to take her time, set up, has Cluson at the point. Cluson goes D-to-D. Skerfield winds up, slap shot, right out in front, rifled up over top. Another chance, goes wide, back behind the net. Matthews tied up, Kept in at the line, though, and Hobbs has it. She throws that one back in deep. Keeps it in. Tries to go by a man. Can't do it. Craig gets it out. Finally, Pollard has it. She goes out. 1-on-3. Shot gets blocked. And Santos is dumped. Wow. Morton now taken care of by Pedamshan and outskates the Raiders. And Raiders got away with one as it looked like Santos dumped Morton. Here comes Kaya Borbandi.
Shoot the puck.
Shoot that puck. You got to shoot that one. She has Pedamshan out in front. Pedamshan just missed that pass. Scurfield now dumps it back in deep. Benko has it. Benko try to pass out front. That one's blocked. And the Raiders with some pressure here. With 15 seconds to go in the power play, they're going to have to set up for one last rush. Pass comes up. Borbandi tried to hit Benko. Benko was static, and that was easily intercepted by the Steelers, and that's going to do it for the power play. So the Raiders with a couple of great chances just couldn't cash in, and that's been the story of this game. Chance for the Steelers gets cashed in. The chance for the Raiders doesn't. Wiltshire gathers the puck up. She gets it into the zone. Benko dumps it in diagonally, and Wiltshire now in on the forecheck. Wiltshire's actually had a pretty good game forechecking-wise, trying to get that puck free. Kept in there, and Wiltshire now has it. She taps it back in, going after it, and the Raiders are really trying to fight for this puck now.
Finally starting to see the Raiders push back a little bit.
Croson gets pushed off by Scott. Fresh out of the box. Morton throws a hard shoulder in, no call. Wiltshire would have been better to fall over there and maybe draw a penalty versus Morton. Raiders now fighting for the puck. Comes back to the line. Elliott.
Oh,
shoot.
Morton just drills Wilshire.
Wow.
No penalty.
No penalty. That's got to be a call from one of the back linesmen. That linesman's calling this one. Linesman's calling it. Linesman's going to call it. That should be a major.
No.
If the linesman's calling it, it's got to be a major.
I don't.
So the Raiders go back on the power play. Head contact. I thought it was Morton and not Scott. Either way, the Raiders are going on a power play, and hopefully, who was that got dumped? Was that Welby?
I think it was Wilshire.
Raiders win that, get it back to line. Scurfield with some room, hammers the shot. That doesn't make it through. McKibben on the puck. McKibben circles it back in, comes to the line. Raiders couldn't keep it in, and back skates Scurfield to gather up the loose puck. Scurfield being bothered there by Pollard. She puts a pass up into the skates of McKibben, back to Scurfield. Scurfield reverses it, back down into the corner. Santos to Scurfield. Oh, no. Man with a glorious opportunity out front. Scores! Short-handed. Terrible giveaway by the Raiders. A lollygag pass up the middle. Man takes advantage. Has all day to pick a corner. For nothing, Steelers. We're going to have a goaltending change as Kieran skates out of the net. That's not a goaltender pull. That's a team goaltender pull there. Kieran had no chance on that shot. Raiders got to start doing something if they don't want to make a trip to Lloyd next weekend.
Goal scored by number 4, Olivia Mann.
Back behind the net. Well, Lawrence leaves the puck there. Trotter gathers it up. Chipped that one up and out. And Cluson now with some speed through the neutral zone. Pass to Elliott. Elliott skates in. Goes around into the back behind the net. Raiders are now going to take chances, I imagine. Trotter one-on-one. Back check there by Elliott. Good job by Trotter to poke that puck free, and here comes Hobbs. Hobbs now enters the zone, leaves it there for Cluson. Cluson, somebody get a shot for God's sakes. Comes to the line, not out. Trotter has some time. She's looking for a lane. No one out in front. Borbandi goes after it. She's hooked. Puts it back in behind the net. Pedamshan has it. She circles against some pressure from Spence, and she's looking for Kaya Borbandi. Borbandi back, right back out in front. Borbandi with a great shot. Couldn't make the save, or couldn't find the back of the net there. Shot through traffic, right out in front. Borbandi chipped in again.
That's in the net.
That's in the net.
She's laying on it in the net.
She's laying on it in the net.
Celebrate. That's in the net.
Some great pressure by this Borbandi line again. Borbani and Benko all kinds of havoc, and looks like Morton's taking a penalty. That should have been a goal. I'm going to do a quick review from the back of the net camera, and we'll
get this one in the back of the net. It's going to be a huge one. Be a big save from Molly Mitchell. Let's go, Izzy.
So if she scores, we still will be a full 2-minute 5-on-3. Because it will just be the first power play that gets negated. Pedam Shan gathers it up at center, comes in with speed. Makes a nice move, scores!
They're going to call that off.
What?
They're going to call that off. The horn was going before the puck was in the net.
So the Raiders get on the board, and we're going to have a full 2-minute 5-on-3.
They're going to call that off. They're going to call that goal off.
They're talking about it. They're talking about it. Either way, Raiders on the board right now with a goal, but we'll see what happens. We're doing it again. So Pedam Shan's going to do it again.
Oh my God, I knew that was going to happen.
So Pedam Shan's going to try again. Borbani not happy with the ruling. I don't know what the official ruling is in the rule book on that, but
well, it should be. I can't blame the Steelers for that. I mean, that's somebody.
If it was us, we'd be saying the same thing. So, but Pedam Shan's going to go and do it again. She has been dynamite. She does have more than one move. We'll see if she can replicate this the second time around. You can hear the goalie saying, "Try a poke check." Not with that speed. So 5:51 to go. Still some discussion at the line here. Morton has to go back in the box. She can't come out anyways because it's not her penalty on the board. Pedam Shan gathers up speed. Comes in for the second time. Hits the blue line, comes in, makes a move. Same move, can't do it this time. So the Raiders are going to have to do the work on the going to have to do the work on the 5-on-3 here. Borbani, Benko, and Pedam Shan.
That's totally
Pedam Shan made a beautiful move on the first one. I think that still should have stood as a goal.
I don't agree with it being a goal the first time. I would be on the Steelers side. I don't know what they were thinking in the box.
Raiders pushing that puck free. Pedam Shan has it. Rifles it around. Stretching to keep it in. Can't do it. And it goes all the way back into the Raiders zone. First penalty is now expired. And the Raiders have 1:44 to go here on the 5-on-3. Hits it up to Abby Borbani, and she's going to try and enter the zone. She stops up, holds up, leaves it there for Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan back to the line, has Trotter. Trotter over to Borbani. Borbani back to Trotter. Trotter shoots it through traffic, looking for a tip, couldn't find one. Borbandy has it on the half boards, puts it down. Pedam Shand with a pass, tried to get it free, couldn't do so. And the Raiders keep it in at the line. Borbandy with a great glove, keeps it down, puts it right back into traffic though. And the Raiders can't get that puck into some danger zone. Shot right in front. Benko couldn't tip it. Comes to the line, not out. Second try, stopped at the line by Borbandy. Borbandy looking for a pass. Shot through traffic, can't find anyone, and Trotter's going to go down and grab this loose puck. Right back to Pedam Shand. Pedam Shand crossed Borbandy. Borbandy shot, glove saved by the keeper. What should have been a 4-1 is now 4-0, and the Raiders feeling a little bit stunned by that decision on the penalty shot.
I just can't believe the penalty box staff throwing that horn on. I 100% agree with the Steelers calling that one back, because, I mean, we would have said the same thing, so just brutal.
Matthews with the puck, gets it back to line for Santos. Santos got to come down a little deeper. Take all that ice. Get back in, Scurfield. Big slap shot.
Hit the net.
Craig blocked that with her hand. That's going to smart. Santos now has it. One-timer. Shot and a glove save. That went through Hobbs' legs. I don't know how she got that one, but she tracked it and made the glove save.
Molly Mitchell having a heck of a game tonight, saving the Steelers a few times. They've got a full team. They got some scorers up top. Morden. They got a great goalie in the Molly Mitchell tonight.
Closen in to take this draw. She wins it. Hobbs all day.
Oh,
tried to go 5-hole, couldn't do it. That's the time you fake the shot. She was out. Had all time to go around and just tap it in the open net. But lots of great scoring chances here for the Raiders. We need to pour on the pressure and get back in this game. Scramble draw. Fighting for it. The Raiders get it, and that's going to do it. 16 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. That one's rifled down the ice, but great job by Santos to get that. Couldn't get it in, though, and oh, there's a penalty coming up. Dump it in, dump it in. Another penalty coming up. That was icing. So the faceoff's going to come outside the zone. Another cross check, and number 4 is going to the box. Man, it's going for cross checking. We're going to have 12 seconds of 5-on-3 action for the Raiders here. And a faceoff coming outside the zone. So, couldn't capitalize on this 5-on-3. I'm not agreeing with that. That has to be there. Welby gets that puck down the ice. Spence gathers it up. She's going to look for a zone, finds it, and Elliott gathers it up. Elliott goes D to D. Spence and Scott out there alongside Craig and Morden. Trotter enters the zone. She has Welby driving for the net. Thrown right out in front. Oh! Just hopped over the stick of Croson. Haley Wiltshire outside the net. Blocked in front by Trotter as that one was dangerous. And the Raiders gathered up the puck. Minute and 20 in the power play to go. And the Raiders have enjoyed an extended power play time, just haven't been able to cash anything in. Thought they had scored on a penalty shot. Unfortunately, it got called back on a errant horn from the box. And on the replay, Pedam Shand was stopped. So a recap. Steelers have had about 5 grade A chances and scored on 4. The Raiders have had about 8 and scored on none.
The Raiders aren't done yet, but I mean, this is got to be, they got to get one before the end of the period. That makes
McKibben's got one. Nice outlet pass, hits Ingram in flight. Ingram skates it into the zone. Scurfield takes over, puts it in behind the net. She has Kaylee out in front. Gets it back to line for Borbandy. Borbandy with a shot through traffic, looking for a tip. Can't find one, and out skates Duriez. Duriez throws one in. Saved there by Lawrence. Lawrence shoots that one over in a nice saucer pass. Hops over Kaylee's stick, though. Dump back in deep, and that should be icing. And the Should have been icing, but the goaltender went back to play it. Pedam Shan hits the zone, can't get in. Sent back down the ice with 11 seconds left in the power play. Elliott surveys the action. Pass goes, that was too many men. Wow. They had 5 on for an extended period.
Nobody touched the puck, though.
Through center ice. Borbandy got dumped. Eiley now on the puck, and she's got. Shot comes in. Patterson with a late swat at it. Lawrence stood her ground and kept the puck out. 1:23 to go here in the second period of play. Raiders down 4-0.
Shots on goal now coming back up. The Steelers have got a few. It's now 24-20 for the Raiders, but they're behind by 4.
Klusen with the draw. Borbandy has it. Again, these passes that are going right up the middle are getting read easily. We got to change it up and get the pucks out. Borbandy circles the net. That's a smarter play. Hobbs kicks that free. Klusen.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Matthews now with a little bit of speed. She's got some room. She's going to try and get Scott. Scott pushes her off the puck, though. Duriez has that. Dump back in deep. And the Raiders go in on the forecheck. Long outlet pass, and that's going to be icing on the... with 38.5 seconds to go. The Raiders need to get some pressure here in the last few seconds of this period.
Yeah, they've got to push back. I mean, the Steelers they're just playing well, and you know what? You give Morden room, she's going to score, and she has 2 goals tonight.
I think the first one actually should get credited to Eiley, but
yeah, you're probably right on the replay. That's the way it looks, but
Robertson pokes that puck free. Sandberg has it right out in front. Lawrence gathers up the rebound and holds on.
24.5 seconds left. One hard last shift in the second period, and then I guess pull out all the stops in the third and try and see if we can end this one today. If not, we'll be back in Lloydminster next Saturday.
Back on the bus. Lawrence is going to gather that one up. Hold on for a redo on the face-off. McKibben to take the draw against Welch. McKibben wins it again. Chipped onto the half boards and comes right up again, up the middle. Now Ingram with some room. Circles, puts it back. Thrown towards the net. Oakes pushing hard against...
Good play by the McKibben, Ingram, and Cayley line to get a little bit of pressure there at the end of the period.
8.5 seconds.
Got enough time for one more play.
Might as well put everybody down deep. We're down 4. It doesn't matter if they get a fifth now, right? Shoot it towards net. That's going to do it for the period. 4-0 Steelers. 3 goals in this period.
Yeah, the Steelers push back hard in this period, and the Raiders now down by 4.
2 players had their helmets together. Craig and Cayley had their helmets locked up at the end of the period, and the Raiders will go into the dressing room and talk about what they've done here in the second period and see if we can affect a change in the third.
Well, we're just waiting for the girls to come back on the ice. Interesting game now. The Steelers come back with 3 in the second period to take a 4-0 lead over the Raiders in the second game of the best of 3. The Raiders still out shooting the Steelers 25-21. But the puck gods are not on our side today. Right from the bench to the penalty box to everything. We had 1 goal called off. The penalty group turned the music on just a tad early, and you know what? I'll agree with the referees on that one all day long. Unfortunately, so that's 1 goal that got called back, but this game is not over, and you know, sometimes a big lead is the worst thing that can be. Maybe the Steelers might get a little relaxed and the Raiders get back 1, but I think the Raiders got to get 1 in the first 5 minutes and another one by probably 10-minute marker to make a game out of this.
1, the sticks don't get gripped a little tighter. 2, all of a sudden it gets a little closer. But
the thing about it is that there's really zero pressure on the Raiders right now. I mean, obviously they'd love to win this game, but it's not do or die like the Steelers, so maybe they'll come out a little looser and get this going.
Lawrence skates back out to take the net. Clouston Matthews, Hobbs out to start alongside Williams and Borbandy. Spence Mann. Craig and Robertson out alongside, not sure number 10 is, but maybe Welch. Wallen. So the Raiders have a big hill to climb here in the third period of play. Clouston settles in to take this draw. I don't know why the referee's not waiting for everybody to get lined up.
The centerman's got to wait for her wingers.
Exactly.
I think everybody's just kind of antsy to get going here.
Hobbs gets in, goes up over top, and it's going to be a face-off in the zone. Hobbs lost her neck guard, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Steelers zone here to start. Hobbs takes her position right behind Clouston. Clouston gets that puck back. Hobbs is on it. She gets it to the line. Williams. Shot gets blocked. That puck goes in, and Borbandy goes down to grab a hold. Borbandy puts it back. Comes right out in front. Matthews on it. Reverses that. Shoved around. Nice wraparound attempt by Clouston. That didn't go anywhere, and Borbandy.
Borbandy's got a pinch on that one, I think.
Yeah.
We got to take some risks here and there.
Matthews did a good job coming back and cutting off the middle lane. She rifles this one around. Finds Morden, though, on the boards. Morden pushed off the puck there, and she trips up. That's got to be a
missed
How
call.
is that not a penalty? Wow.
Missed call by the referee.
Missed call there. That was a pure trip by Morden.
I think the key to the Raiders is just play your game. You can't worry about all the other stuff. I mean, we're in such a big hole. We're not even seeing light right now.
Croce and Welby out alongside Wilcher. Wilcher and Welby have been doing some damage on the forecheck. Sandberg enters the zone. She's got a shot. Patted aside, rebound. Right to the stick of a Steeler player and couldn't cash it in. Sandberg hammers someone into the boards. And the Raiders get the puck free and skate it up. Chipped up by Skerfield. Skerfield did a good job to get that into the zone. Skerfield tied up. She takes a little bit of a slash there at the end of the play. Raiders playing with a little bit of fire here. Smart play by Borbandy not to take a too many men call as she stepped on. Comes right up on the side. Borbandy right there to try and get that loose puck. Pedham Shand in on the forecheck. Trotter doing a good job to stop any progress, and Pedham Shand back in on the forecheck. Stolen right in there. Elliott now has Borbandy. Borbandy. Oh, you got to shoot that backhand
there.
Comes right out in front. Goaltender diving out. Grabs that loose puck about 4 feet out in front of her crease.
Well, exactly the start we're looking from the Raiders if we're going to make a comeback here. Molly Mitchell, again, just a wall today for the Steelers. She's been, I would say, the big one of the huge keys to why they're ahead 4-0. Off the netting again.
Good call by the back official, making sure that one got blown down. Both the referee and the forward linesman didn't see it hit the mesh. Benko in to take the draw again. Gets that one free, comes to the line and outskates the The Steelers, they enter the zone. Patterson, shot. Ooh, that one went off the glove of the goaltender. Luckily, right up out
as
front.
well.
Out skates Borbandi right in front of her own net. Lost the puck. That, I must say, has been our bugaboo today, is giving up pucks right out in front of our own net. Kaya Borbandi reverses that around. Pedam Shan is going to go in and take this against Spence. Spence pinches her off. Eiley and Spence doing some good work. Pedam Shan gets that puck free and it comes out into the neutralized zone where Benko is on it. Benko on some pressure. Chipped up and into the zone, and Ingram goes in on the forecheck alongside McKibben. McKibben with a good stick. Chips it out in front. Kaylee with a shot. Rebound.
Another great save by Mitchell. Just can't say enough. She's come to play today. Asha Kaylee point blank just outside of the blue paint. Mitchell gobbles that up, no rebound.
Blocker side. She just got her got the drapes closed on that one and made a nice save. Scramble draw in the feet of everybody. Ingram couldn't keep it in the line. It goes all the way down the ice where Williams circles looking for some room. Has Ingram on the far side. Chipped out into the neutralized zone. Robertson on it. Leaves it there for Davidson. Davidson up to Robertson. Robertson couldn't get it by Ingram. Again, the Raiders making some dangerous passes across the middle. There's a smart play behind the net. Borbandi has it. She chips it up right into the circle, but the Raiders get away with that one, and back skates Ingram. Ingram takes a whack, dumps it in deep. Back in behind the net's Clouston. Clouston right out in front, and Mitchell dives out and grabs that loose puck.
Molly Mitchell just having an unbelievable game today. Molly Mitchell, a third year.
Tracking the puck well.
Yeah, it's definitely
what could have possibly be her last game, making it count. Clouston wins that draw, can't keep it in at the line though, and it comes back, and Scurfield circles in her own zone. Again, tries to beat two people and can't do it. Good job by Santos to poke that puck free. Raiders get it out. Matthews, that should be icing if it makes the line. Sold well by the Steelers. That was the slowest fast skating I've ever seen.
Well, the Raiders doing a really reasonably decent job making Molly Mitchell work for sure. I mean, the goal would be to have one in the first 5 minutes, and I think Mitchell has definitely done her job stopping that. The Raiders have had the chances. Shots now 29-22.
Tipped into the corner, and Welby's in on it. Welby trying to get it out of the zone, can't do it. Good fight by Sandberg. That came outside the zone. Oh, that's a interesting play by the goalie, but it squirts into the corner. Elliott can't get it by the wall of players, and Trotter goes and gets it. Morden there bothering her. Mann has it at the line. Smart play by Trotter not to touch that, actually, because that would have been deflected back towards the net. This line really working hard for the Steelers. Ooh, Gilby just took two whacks at someone. Croson just took a beating. I'm really surprised that didn't get called.
Well, you kind of knew this was going to happen yesterday. It was mostly Steelers taking the penalties today. Mostly Raiders.
Comes back to the line, and the Steelers skate it out. Enter the zone for Patterson, but it comes to the line, not out. Kept in by Oakes. Shot. Blocked by Borbandi, and Borbandi has it back behind the net. Dispossessed there. It comes right out in front. Backhander. Steered across the side of the net. A couple of players out in front. Hit some skates. Benko. Pedam Shan circles versus some pressure. Chipped up and out of the zone smartly there by Borbandi. McKibben in on the forecheck alongside Kaylee. Raiders looking for some pressure. Nice outlet pass to Kaylee. Kaylee hits Ingram, and Ingram with a good shot. Saved easily by the keeper.
The Raiders push them back a little bit, but now we're inside of, we've got 14 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game. The first goal's got to go in pretty quick, or the window of opportunity keeps getting smaller.
Raiders win the draw. McKibben on it. She chips it back in, and she's going to go and chase alongside Kaylee. Couldn't be kept in. And Ingram now in on the boards. Comes to the line. Skirfield disrupted that. McKibben gets that puck back into the neutralized zone where Spence gathers it up. She puts a pass over to Robertson. Robertson circles. Mann has it. Mann tried to enter the zone. Welch couldn't get it further, and Kaylee has it. And she chips it up and down the ice. And the Raiders scrambling in the neutral zone, just can't get anything going here. Pollard enters the zone. She has some speed. Leaves it there. Robertson with a shot. Steered aside by Lawrence. And a long stretch pass. Just missed Hobbs. That's going to be icing as Hobbs touched it on the wrong side of the line. She would have been off to the races had that been right on her stick.
Close play, yeah. Hobbs just couldn't get all of it, and the Raiders go back into their own end.
Cluson, Matthews, Hobbs out. They've had some chances today, just haven't cashed anything in. Good job by Matthews to get that puck free. She gets taken down. That's a hand pass right there.
Should
Could
come
have almost
outside.
Been a closed hand on the puck, actually.
It'll come outside.
That could have been a 2-minute.
No.
Well, she grabbed it up here and then turned and threw it.
I would have thought it. Something going on with the clock now.
Ref having a discussion with the box.
I don't know if the clock was running or.
Not sure. If the clock's running, it's to our detriment, unfortunately.
Hey, well, I think they've told them they're going to put some time back on, I believe. Everybody having troubles today. Oh, going to change. They're waiting for the clock still. 13:03 on the clock right now, but it sounds like they're trying to 13:18, so they put 15 seconds back on.
Every little bit's going to help for the Raiders. Lawrence back behind her net, took a funny hop off the dasher, and reversed by Trotter to Elliott. Elliott chips one up. Chipped by, and now a 2-on-1 coming. Hobbs out in front of the net. Hobbs getting manhandled beside the net. Morden absolutely pushed her right through the back of the net.
Well, a good play for the Raiders there. Get a little bit of a 2-on-1 opportunity. Just couldn't get the puck out in front of the net, but 13 minutes left. So the window of trying to get back in this game is getting smaller and smaller each shift. They've got to get one past Molly Mitchell here quick.
Croson tried to get that draw, couldn't do it. Pinching is Elliott. And now Pollard 1-on-1 versus Trotter. Croson doing a good job to come back. Comes to Scott. Scott throws that one. Couldn't get it by the Raiders, and the Raiders get it out into the neutralized zone. Scott has it. Scott.
That's a high stick.
High stick, and that's going to be a neutralized face-off here as Trotter played it.
Croson reached up to grab that one out of the air. It does give...
No, it can't be back in our zone. It's got to be here in the neutralize. Croson in to take the draw versus Durias. Raiders get control off the draw. Borbandy has it at center ice. Gets it in deep. And Welby's in on the forecheck. Welby wins the race to the puck, kicks it free. She's knocked down, but managed to get the puck free. Borbandy, wraparound attempt.
Let it go, let it go.
Let it go, shot.
And again,
and
Molly
the save
Mitchell.
by Molly Mitchell again. 31st shot on goal here for the Raiders. Still haven't found the back of the net. Well, we have found it. We just didn't count it.
The Raiders just can't find the combination for what Molly Mitchell is putting down tonight, and we just can't get it by her. And I guess the only thing is just keep shooting pucks and hope one goes in.
Cluson settles in to take this draw. Duriez gets kicked out. Patterson comes in to take it. Cluson has Hobbs directly behind her. Scramble draw. It's still sitting on the dot. Comes back right between the two defensemen.
That's a couple of times tonight. Whoa. It's on net
this
time.
On net. Goaltender's going to hold on to that one with Matthews lurking. 12 minutes even to go. The Raiders need a miracle here. 4 goals is going to be a really steep hill to climb here with 12 minutes to go in the third period of play. But it all starts with 1 goal. Oh, and Hobbs rifles one just high up over top of the goaltender. Comes back into the neutralized zone. Nope, still kept in. Skurfield's going to keep it at the line. And finally it squirts out into the neutralized zone where Santos gathers it up, puts a pass over to Matthews. Matthews right in, and the goaltender's going to hold on to that one. A little bit of an extra whack there at the end by Davidson. Good pressure there on that shift by the Raiders. The ice seems to be tilted in the Raiders' favor, but really all the Steelers need to do is tighten up the box and not let any shots from the slot happen.
Steelers out again.
Borden kicked out. Sandberg coming in to take the draw versus Benko. Or Borbandi. Borbandi loses that draw. Pettem Shan couldn't reach it. Skurfield in. Tries to keep that puck in and does so. Comes out into the neutralized zone for Santos. Santos chips it up off the boards, and Borbandi tips it in. And on the forecheck is Borbandi, and comes to the line, not out. Santos throws one towards net. Big rebound. No one there for the Raiders, but Borbandi has it on the boards in the corner, and Benko and Borbandi working hard to get that puck free. Goes back in behind the net. The captain, Borbandi, tried to poke it free, but it comes to Scott, who gets it out.
It's going to be
all
ice.
The way down the ice. That could be icing.
It will be.
And it will be. So the Raiders with another offensive zone start, but time whittling away on the clock. 11 minutes to go.
Well, I think the plan has gone reasonably well for the Raiders. I just think Molly Mitchell just has their number tonight. And they've had lots of chances late in the second and in the early in the third. Just she's been a wall.
Forecheck here, and Steelers get it by the first layer and comes out, and now it's going to be a possible 2-on-1, but Elliott catches that puck first. Throws one high up off the glass and out into the neutralized zone. Steelers gather it up. Spence puts that up to Craig. Craig dumps it into the zone, but Elliott cuts that off. Elliott now with some room. Elliott going to come in. Throws one towards the net, blocked into the corner. Elliott takes a hard shot into the corner. In the first period, that was a penalty. Raiders keep it in. Wow. Kaylee
and Pollard collide together, both looking the other way. Nobody injured.
Raiders have it behind the net. Rolling puck, though. Borbandi settles it and gets a pass up. Croson and Wilcher. Wilcher with a good play. Kept in there by Croson, and Wilcher now has some room. Wilcher with a shot, whistled wide. Off a stick, comes back down into the neutral ice. Croson has it. She's going to enter the zone, dumps it back in deep, goes for a change. In on the forecheck now is Wilcher. Comes to the line, and the Steelers exit the zone. First time the Steelers have actually had this back in the Raiders zone, and it's an icing call, and the Raiders now have a face-off deep in the Steelers zone here with 9:38 to go. Steelers just content to whittle time off the clock here.
Trying something a little different here. We got Kaya Borbandi, Klusen, and Matthews maybe just trying to find a hole in the back of Mitchell, even if it's for next game.
Skurfield
again
throws a shot through and
again.
Easily stopped by Mitchell. Nobody in front. Got to take the eyes away from the goaltender and then search for rebounds.
Klusen doing a good job winning a ton of faceoffs in the last period and a half. We just haven't been able to get by Mitchell, get some screens on her. Again, a clean win right out of the zone. That's 4 times tonight.
Skurfield was cheating back to the middle, though, and couldn't gather that loose puck up off the one draw. Skurfield with some speed. She's checked there and had to reverse, and Santos is going to survey the action. She has Borbandi off the boards. Borbandi couldn't take that pass, but a good second effort by Klusen, and Borbandi gets it into the zone, and in on the forecheck goes the Raiders. Great job by Matthews, but does come out, dumped right back in. Got caught up. Patterson with a good check on Matthews. Matthews chips it up and into the neutralized zone. Raiders have it. Sent up. Smart play by Gilby not to touch that. There's a change going on. Picked off there by Benko. Benko could have been in She had everybody going the wrong direction, just couldn't handle the steal, and Lawrence with a good glove save.
Well, we got 8.5 minutes.
8:36 to go.
8.5 minutes left in the game, and for all intents and purposes, it's probably almost game over at this point. But I think the key to the Raiders is just find the combination for Molly Mitchell tonight. Get one in the back of it. At least try to get one past her.
First time there's been any pressure in the Raiders zone.
It's been all Raiders
period.
in the third.
Yeah. You just got to ask yourself, where was this in the first, right?
It's going to get rough here in the last few minutes.
Morden. That was dangerous. Holding on to a couple of sticks. That's got to be a penalty. All day, every day. And then you missed that one too. Unbelievable. Refs put the whistle away. I just wish they were consistent through the whole game, because those are penalties in the first 5 minutes of this game that aren't now. Comes right out in front, back behind the net. McKibben battling hard. Scurfield skates through a check. Thrown back in the corner, and McKibben and Scurfield in there. Puck squirts free. McKibben thrown back in. Ingram trying to get that one free, and Santos unable to gather it up, and Kaylee chips that up to McKibben. McKibben now in, has a chance. Scurfield was knocked down.
Steelers bench now losing their mind over that last one, but Morden has basically probably taken 3 penalties in the last shift, never got called one, and the Raiders push back, and I just don't understand. Either call it all the time or don't call it, but it's really frustrating for both benches as to what is a penalty and what is not.
We knew what the gameplay was in the first period, and we got penalized for it. Now we're not getting the benefit here.
This game is over, really, so, I mean, what's the point of trying to let them play?
Scurfield goes back to pick this up in her own zone, 7:15 to go. She's going to chip that up the boards for Croson. Croson avoids a check from Pollard, puts it back behind the net. Santos gathers it up, looks for a lane, chips it up off the boards and out, skirts over, and now Wiltshire with some room, throws it towards the net, and the goaltender is going to hold it. Pollard gives a little extra shove as there was a flyby from Wiltshire.
Here comes the line again that we haven't seen once this year, the Clouston, Burbandy, Matthews line. Maybe just like I think that's Coach Burbandy's plan is let's just try to get one by her.
We got to do something. Spence gathers up the one draw and has it right out in front of her own net. Manages to get by Matthews. Good back check there by Clouston. Turns it over, and now Burbandy fighting through a check from Duriez. Comes right there. Matthews has it. Burbandy out in front. Can't get it on her stick. Oh!
Clouston gets
right
dumped.
Back to the line. Trotter with an open net. Can't get it through the traffic. Saw a lot of twine there. Matthews keeps it in, throws it back in. And the Steelers finally are going to skate it out of the zone and lift a pass up. And it comes into the Raiders zone. And a good job by Trotter not to let that go through the middle. Chipped up. Wiltshire in on it. Davidson. That's got to be waved off. And it was. Raiders get control of that right out in front. Still loose out in front. Oh!
Molly
Raiders
Mitchell just having an unbelievable game. Molly
Just
Mitchell
can't
without
get
a
that one
stick
free.
right now as well. Now she's got her stick.
Robertson, man in there, trying to force the puck free, and
Shot.
a great chance there by the Raiders. Just couldn't get that into the yawning cage.
Shots on goal now 42-26 for the Raiders. The Raiders putting all kinds of pressure on, and really the star of the game in the third period at least has been Molly Mitchell. We haven't seen a ton out of the scorers, but they did their work in the second.
Benham Shan wins that draw. Shot from Benko, whistles wide off a stick. Hobbs with a chance on it. Puts it back in the corner for Pedham Shan. Comes out. Great stick by Abby Borbandy. Kept that one from being a chance, a 2-on-1 the other way. Genesee Williams rifles that around the boards. Good job there by Benko to disrupt that.
Now there's a
Penalty coming
penalty.
up.
I think Burbandy's going to get one.
So after all of the stuff that's gone on this period, she's going to call a good battle against the boards. I hope they're calling both of them.
4 minutes for White.
4 minutes head contact on number 5.
Wow, I thought both would go.
I thought Borbandy was going for sure. So 5:29 to go. The Raiders with an opportunity on the power play to cash in a goal. And out comes Borbandy, Clouston, and Benko. Or no, McKibben. Matthews. Right back. Shot scores! Finally, the goaltender's beaten. Borbandy off a one draw from Clouston. And the Raiders are on the board.
Well, I think that's key for the Raiders is just to get one by. I don't see them winning this game, but at the same time, that's a big one for them.
Well, we still have a full 2-minute power play now. One more goal, and all of a sudden this game gets interesting. So I have that 17 from 22.
Yeah, that's what they've got. The referees have got it as well.
There we go. We're down to 2 minutes on the board. Clouston to take this draw. She wins that one cleanly, and the Raiders look to set it up.
Scored by number 17.
Schofield has some room. She's going to skate it up. She enters the zone, goes wide, fights through a check, has someone right out in front. Shot, scores! No! How did she make the save?
Molly Mitchell with another huge save. I can't stress enough how much I don't know. I don't know what she had for breakfast this morning, but she's definitely been the star of the game for sure. Steelers getting a second chance at life with the hard work of Molly Mitchell between the pipes tonight.
Benko to take the draw. Wins that cleanly to Elliott. Elliott back to Trotter. Trotter looking for a lane. Can't find one. Puts it on down into the corner. Benko has it. Benko working against two players. Puts it over to Hobbs. Hobbs in the corner. Circles back against some pressure. Puts it to Benko. Benko right over in front.
Pettimchan wide open net. Missed it.
Fanned on the shot. All she needs to do is keep her stick on the ice, and that goes in the net.
I like it. I like even just seeing this. You know, if there is going to be a third game, at least the Raiders finished off this game strong. It's been all Raiders in the third period.
Yeah, we need to come out like this. Benko working hard. She's being held. Wow. Davidson not liking it. Raiders trying to poke the puck free. And the Raiders get it. Clouston driving to the net. Trotter throws one towards the net, and the goaltender makes another save. She didn't even see it. It just hit her.
Just being in the right spot. Isabella Pettimchan and Davidson, the smallest Raider and the biggest Steeler behind the net. That was interesting to see. I don't think Isabel comes up to the crest on Morgan Davidson, but still no back down. And out comes the Clouston Burbandy Matthews line again.
Scramble draw, still on the feet of everybody. Raiders fighting for it. Comes to the line.
Oh, good try by Burbandy.
Almost kept that one in, but the Raiders, with 45 seconds to go on the power play, have some room. Schofield tried to avoid a check. Matthews leaves it there, and Schofield has it. Puts it back to the line.
Careful.
Borbandy with a shot. Trickles through. Still sitting in front.
Oh.
Schofield came flying in late.
Schofield, a U18 rugby member, it probably makes her feel right at home being on the pitch. She was just named to the U18 rugby team just, I think, last week. And when things get rough in front of the net, Schofield's not going to be one that's going to miss that stuff. Looks like the Raiders are going to call a timeout here. Coach Burbandy going to draw up something with this five-man unit that's been working pretty well. We got Clouston, Schofield, Matthews, Burbandy, and Burbandy.
So the story of the game really has been capitalizing on chances.
Yeah, I'll
Raiders,
just settle some stuff down.
That penalty shot now looming a little bit larger. Is 4-2 would have been a big difference in this game. Could have been 4-2, making it 4-3 with 3 minutes to go.
I still think the story of the game is Molly Mitchell. I mean, unbelievable today. Just she came to play. I mean, 47 shots now she's faced and only let in one.
And I think the shots were light in the first period too.
Maybe so, but good on her for as a third-year
game.
player.
Facing elimination, you come up with the biggest game of your career.
One of them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Raiders now have an empty net.
So why did that faceoff come outside the zone? Because we skated in late?
Not a.
Raiders with the empty net. Intercepted there. Good job by Clusen to track that puck. And she's going to be on Craig. Borbandy in there as well. Borbandy got the puck away from Craig. And the Raiders come up with the puck. Back to the line. Borbandy shoots.
Oh, just
whistles
outside.
that one just wide. Good job by Skurfield to get that puck into the corner. Clusen on it. Clusen battling hard behind the net. Borbandy there. Skurfield gets the puck free. Squirted right out in front of the net, and Borbandy has it. No one in front, though.
Oh, got to shoot that puck.
Couldn't do it, and that one's going to be sent all the way down the ice. 3:04 to go. Goaltender back in.
It's a good shift by the Raiders there. Pulled the goalie and made it a 6-on-4 for a bit, and then the Steelers penalty came back out 6-on-5, and 5-on-5, and with 6-on-5 without the goalie, and then the Steelers ice it goes back in. So McKibben to take the draw against Morden.
Elliott couldn't win the battle at the line. It's offside. Ingram.
Well,
battling there. I don't know if I'd want to get involved with Ingram.
If nothing else, the Raiders taking the loss today. At least we got some pushback. It's been all Raiders in the third. Just can't solve the Molly Mitchell puzzle. Or not as many times as we would like to have anyways.
Exactly.
We did find it through her once, but I mean,
we needed to find that in the first 20 shots or so.
47 shots and 1 to go in. That's
Elliott tried to get that puck free. Sandberg gathered it up. That one's shot up and out of play.
Just about over the net. Well, 2.5 minutes left in the game for the Raiders, and if you can take any positives out of this, it's just the third period effort out of the Raiders. They didn't quit. They make this an interesting series. The Edmonton Red Deer series is going to go to 3 games, and it looks to be like this one will as well.
So the Raiders might have to make a bus trip. We'll find out here in the next couple of minutes. Puck squirts out in front. Goes into the corner. Borbandy has it. Raiders come away with a loose puck, chip it up off the boards, and out skates the Raiders. Wilcher tries to get by man, can't do it, and the Steelers gather up the loose puck. Spence, sauce pass up to Welch. Welch tried to get it to Pollard. Pollard had it stolen by Borbandy, but stole it right back, and Williams has it. Williams gets pushed into the boards, and Borbandy tries a long stretch pass right through everybody. Intercepted by Duriez, and Duriez now with the puck. She shoots, ski balls that one off a stick, and it goes up out of play and into the
puck goes out of play. Referee's just getting another puck here. Be nice to finish off. Now the shot's now 47-26 Raiders. Again, I can't express how much of a game Ollie Mitchell is having. If it doesn't show on the live stream.
Patterson. Santos back behind the net for Skurfield. Skurfield makes a move, makes a couple moves, and she has some room now. Has Pedham Shand. I don't know why she lofted that one when she could have just made a nice tape-to-tape pass.
Steeler could have easily touched that one too. That's a lucky ice.
1:32 to go here in the third period of play. And I would hesitate to say it in the game.
Yeah, she's all over.
I don't think we're scoring one every 30 seconds here, but
no. It's a big win for the Steelers to extend their season.
And the next game is going to be a winner-take-all game back in Lloydminster. Probably play Saturday sometime. Skurfield doing a good job to win the battle behind the net, but chips it up out of play into the netting. In the NHL, that's a penalty.
The Raiders will not have last change in the third game, so that's going to be a key. The Steelers will able to be, they get the last change.
Clusen out. She wins that draw. Trotter rims it around. Hits the captain, Borbandy. Oh, had Matthews streaking. Just couldn't get it free, and Elliott now with some room. Elliott puts the pass up. Hits Matthews. Matthews enters the zone. Comes across. Fires a shot.
Again.
Glove save.
Molly Mitchell through bodies and finds that puck again. Great pushback by the Raiders. It's good to see the girls aren't giving up at least. I mean, definitely this game didn't go as it was probably planned, but it's nice to see them not give up.
Comes out. Elliott going to have to skate hard. Shot comes in, goes wide. Elliott on the puck. Chips it up the boards. Croson pokes that free, comes to the line. Gilby hasn't. She's going to try and skate it down and goes into the corner for Morden. Rims around. Raiders, 38 seconds to go. Still in their own zone. Sent up. Can't get it out of the zone, and Morden tried to glove that down. Good push off there by Elliott. Keeps that in the corner, but that's going to do it for the game more than likely. With 21.4 seconds. Face off in the Raiders zone. Well, really the tale of this game has been Molly Mitchell and her 47 save effort so far.
Yeah, good for her. Yeah, 48. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1 goal, 47 saves.
Scott couldn't keep it at the line. Dumps it back in. Borbandi tracks it down. She's going to skate it. 12.4 seconds left. Long stretch pass hits Kaylee. That's going to go right on net. Goaltender shoots it into the corner, and this should do it for the game. So the Raiders get a consolation goal in the third period, but it's a 4-1 victory for the Steelers. Steelers going mob Molly Mitchell. Rightly so. She was the big story of this game.
Shots on goal just about doubled by the Raiders, 49-26. But again, Molly Mitchell, if she's not the player of the game on the coaching staff, I don't know what game they're watching because, man, unbelievable game. I've watched Molly play for the last 2 years. I've never seen her have a game like today. So good on her for having a great game and extending it to 3. So the Raiders will go back to Lloydminster next weekend on Saturday, the 14th, I believe.
Yeah, Edmonton's going to play Red Deer for a winner-take-all, and the Raiders are going to play Lloydminster for a winner-take-all. So
one nice thing about this league this year, there's not that one team that just dominates. Oh, they're doing the gloves are staying on for the coronavirus.
Gloves are staying on. They've been battling hard all game. I think if there's a coronavirus on the ice, I don't think bumping hands is going to make any difference.
There's lots of spit and sweat flying everywhere. But anyways, the Raiders fall 4-1 to the Steelers, even though badly out shooting the Steelers. But it doesn't matter if you shoot 100 times if you only score once. It's the way it goes. A goalie can, just like in the NHL, a goalie can win games for teams. And Molly Mitchell, hats off to her.
At one point in this game, the shots were 22-16 in favor of the Steelers. So that turnaround came after the fourth goal got scored, really, when the Raiders decided to not make any more mistakes. And really, the mistakes, I think, were the key for the goals for the Steelers today, too. Bad pass up the middle was the fourth goal.
Yep, I definitely think
coming off a penalty kill, and your third defenseman doesn't take the most dangerous person on the ice, and she scores.
Top to bottom, the first 40 minutes of the game definitely were not the Raiders. Definitely a lot better in the third. But anyways, I guess we will be on the road next weekend.
Yeah.
And taking a long bus ride up, and we better win that game because it's a heck of a long bus ride home after a loss. So I'm sure if we can put the third period Raiders out for 3 periods in Lloyd, we should do well.
Well, let's hope for a good 60 minutes next game, and we'll look forward to bringing you the action live from Lloydminster next weekend.